Oh man, this movie, y'all. Hello everyone, my name is Sam the Mini Yeti, and do I have a thing to review today? Today, I'm going to be reviewing The Wild Robot. This is the latest film from DreamWorks Animation, and is directed by Chris Sanders, who also brought us classics like Lilo and Stitch, and How to Train Your Dragon. Oh boy, do I got a lot to say about this movie. So the story for this movie, we focus on a robot named named Roz, who ends up shipwrecked on a deserted island that is filled with wildlife. She's trying to make contact and be service to these animals, but they see her as a monster. But then, Roz finds a new purpose in life when she has to become the adoptive mother to an orphaned gosling. So now, it's up to her to get this gosling to eat, get him to swim, and also get him to fly before winter. Let me just say this off by saying the story for this movie is freaking amazing. Sure, with the idea of talking animals in this movie, there's sure to be some funny moments in this, but for the most part, this movie really wants to make you feel. This movie is gonna make you a little teary-eyed. There's a lot of great heart in this, and there's also a great purpose in trying to find your true purpose in life, rather than just doing what you're programmed to be. Considering that this movie is called The Wild Robot, this movie does not shy away from how dangerous the wild can be. There's definitely some more intense moments that if you're bringing your kid to see this movie, you might need to be around with them. You might need to comfort them a bit. For the animation, I have to say this right off the bat, this movie is gorgeous. There's a lot of great shots in this movie that look straight out of a painting. And I swear, this movie actually has some shots that could be really good for a wallpaper on a desktop. Chris Sanders reportedly said that some inspiration for the visuals of this movie include classic Disney animation and the works of Hayao Miyazaki. And yeah, I can't blame him. These are some beautiful, beautiful animation I see here. And the coolest thing about the animation in this movie is that Roz herself only emotes through her eyes. And it's thanks to this, and some choice lighting in this, that the audience is able to read her expressions and they could tell what she's feeling even if she doesn't have a mouth. Roz herself also has some really good animation, especially how we see how she uses a bunch of gadgets that she's equipped with. So we do get to see how she's capable of living in the wild despite being a robot. This movie also has a really good cast of characters. The movie does have a pretty stacked cast, but for this review, I'm only going to focus on 3 characters. First is Roz. Like I said earlier, there is a message about trying to find your purpose, your true purpose, rather than what you're just programmed to be. And we see that through the eyes of Roz, who we can actually tell she's done that through her voice. At the beginning of the film, Roz talks more robotic, but over time, her voice actually starts to sound more natural, like a human. Then you also have Roz's adopted gosling son, Brightbill, and he definitely goes through a really great bit of growth. While it's Brightbill's background with a robot mother that initially makes him an outcast, it's the knowledge of robotics that makes Brightbill grow as a character in the end. And now you also have possibly my favorite character in the movie, Fink. He is a fox who does start off pretty sly. In fact, he actually steals Brightbill's egg at one point. But it's with him hanging out with Roz and Brightbill that shows that kindness can be a very valuable thing to have, especially in the wild. I shouldn't expect less out of Chris Sanders, but these characters are very well written, they are very memorable, and they are also very likable. I think it's safe to say this is one of the best animated films, nay, one of the best movies to come out this year. I shouldn't expect less out of Chris Sanders because there is some great animation, some great writing, some great voice acting. This is an all-around movie that makes you want to cry, but in a good way. I totally recommend this. I am not afraid to give this movie a 10 out of 10 ice cubes. And that's all I have for this video, and until next time, I will see you all in the next one. So, see you later folks, and stay cool!